Hey, what's up guys? It's Nathan here at Bluestone Farms. We got the Dexters behind us. We're gonna get them moved today to a new spot. We're into November now, and we're still moving them around on our field. We took them off this back part of the field, which is all back behind me, and I'm starting to run them up through the front part of this field. You can see that the grass is pretty tall through here. This was originally one of our hay fields. I wasn't able to get a cutting off of it last month or the month prior. Planning on I'm gonna just kind of use this as like a winter stockpiling type of thing for the cattle. And then once they mow this down, we're gonna move them into our winter pen. But so they'll be on this for probably about at least the rest of this month, if I had to guess, well into December as well. So with that said, we're gonna get these guys moved. I did upgrade them from 2 fences to 4 fences. So instead of running 2 fences at one time, we're now running 4 fences to double the size. They've really eaten a lot of like the undercutting or the under stuff rather than this tall, stemmy grass here. You can see that it's been trampled down, it's been mowed down, but a lot of that stemmy stuff is still standing up, so they're not going to eat that. They need to get onto some fresh ground, and they're not mooing at me like they're hungry, and these two are chewing their cud, so I know that they're not terribly hungry right now. So we got the water tub over here. I just filled the water tub up yesterday, so I don't have to worry about the water today. With that said though, I am going to see if we can move this post back and that post back, and then that way we'll just move this behind the water tank and we don't have to move the water tank. Let's go over here and turn this electric off the fence, and we'll get cracking at setting a new fence up for these guys real quick. Oh, I forgot to mention, we got another new cow, or a new heifer. I'm trying to figure out which one she is. It's gonna be this one right here. She is around 19 to 20 months old. She looks really well. She's registered, purebred Dexter. We'll get into this a whole nother video, but basically long story short, I think my plan is I'm gonna see if I can't get her AI bred sometime within the next 2 months. I'd like for her to have a calf inside of her by the time she's 2. I don't have a bull. I'm not looking at buying a bull yet, although that's coming at some point. I found a vet and I found another AI tech in our area, so I've kind of found 2 people within my general area. And of course, this one's bred and this one's bred. This is a boy. Alright, new fence is now set up in here. This one's bad. This one is bad. Alright, y'all ready? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, these guys are moved in. They're chowing on the underbrush of the tall stuff. I'll let them clear that out, but we need to move this post, probably the next 2, over this water tank so they can get to their water. Clearly the water is on the wrong side where the cows are, so let's see if we can back this up just a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to or not, but we'll try it. if we can move this one, might be able to get by. Oh yeah. That'll work. Problem solved with the water. That's set up there. You can tell it's full. Cows are out there munching. Let's throw their salt blocks over. They got their salt blocks in there. They really seem to like those salt blocks. I don't give them any other mineral, to be honest with you. They probably should need it, but looking at them and judging by the way that they go, I don't think that they really need it. I mean, their coats don't look like they're patchy and rough looking, so I'm not too worried about the mineral thing right now. Maybe during the winter I'll throw like a mineral tub in there or something for them, but for right now, while they're on the pasture, they have the straight salt and then they have like the coarse mineral salt block, so they get a little bit of minerals, but I don't really keep an eye on specific certain ones for what they probably need. So they're all out there munching, they're chowing down. We gotta go up there and hook up the electric and set that on. I'm not worried about that with them being in here right now with the electric off. They're pretty well trained to this fence. Sophia there, she looks really good. Her calf should be here in May. We're expecting a late May calf out of Sophia. This one right here. Where's Magnolia? I think she's the little one back there behind the big steer. She's on the back side. That's Magnolia. Her calf will be here in June sometime. I do think she's pretty small for having a calf, to be honest. I put it in perspective. She's about 1.5 years old, but she's smaller than the black heifer I got, and the black one just turned 1 year old. Hopefully we don't have any problems with the calf out of her. I don't think we should. The guy I bought her from, I really trust him, and he was swearing to me that everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna have to give her some grain over the winter, kind of beef her up a little bit. My plan is, I got my cows mixed up here. That's a steer, that's not the steer. So anyways, that big brown steer behind the black one back there, he goes to the processor 2.5 months from now. Right around the 2-month mark, I'm gonna start giving him grain and grain feed him. He's gonna be grass fed, but grain finished. So once I get them moved into the winter pen, I'm gonna isolate him. And I'll probably put Magnolia in there with him as well. And I'm gonna give them both a bunch of grain, beef, and I probably will stick Sophia in there as well. So I'll put the 2 bred heifers with the steer in there, beefing them up, fattening them up a little bit. That way everything's okay with having a calf for the heifers, and he put some weight on it. He's not a small steer either. I'd be comfortable sending him to this processor now, but the reason I'm gonna put grain into him is I want to get more flavor into the beef, put a little bit more fat in the meat. Post a little Instagram story here real quick. All right. Okay, now that they're in here, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the rest of this fence that they were just on and just set it up over here somewhere out of the way. And after that, we gotta go give the goats water. We got a pretty good windstorm coming in this afternoon, and I do not trust the goat house where the does are in. It's got a tarp on it, and that thing is just a straight up sail when that wind comes through. I had this bucket in there, and the bucket was full of rocks. I basically had it tied down to the top, she had old bale twine, tied to the top of the goat house down to the bucket, and that bucket was just basically serving as an anchor. I rode by this morning and I saw it, the whole bucket was knocked over, and I don't know what happened to it. Somehow it came apart, so we gotta go up there, fix that real quick before that windstorm comes in. It's already getting pretty breezy out here, so before the wind gusts really come in, we'll go up there and fix it. They're calling for up to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts later today. Down here in the bottom, I'm not too worried about the cows, not worried about nothing falling on the fence. It stays relatively calmer down here. Not gonna say calm, but calmer. If you go up to the top up there where the house is, there's a really good sized hill that goes up there, and at the top the wind just whips up there. I'm telling you, we could have like 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts up there and come down here, and like it's almost just nothing moving down here. That's the plan. Let me go get this fence knocked down. We'll go check on the goats after this. So all the fences that were up are now put away down there. They're folded up. Before we go check on these goats, you gotta turn the electric on for this fence. Let's straighten up this post real quick. We'll put that here. See, I've already put that on. So made it down here to the boys. Not a whole lot going on with these guys. Still move them around every, I don't know, about once a week, once every week and a half or so. I'll move them around to some fresh grass, but these guys are pretty easy. They don't require much. Now, Yeti, the white one here, that's our buck. I do plan on putting him with 2 of our does in the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. That'll give us like April, maybe early May babies. I have not used him as a breeder yet. He's about 1.5 years old now. He's ready to breed. I'm looking forward to seeing what colors he can throw with 2 of our does. These guys need water. I went ahead and got a bucket of water, so I got it here now with us. Yeah, that's what I was saying about putting him in with our does. We've got 3 does up there. 2 of them are registered, 1 of them is not. He is registered through the ADGA, which is the American Dairy Goat Association. So we're gonna put him with 1 of the registered ones and the 1 doe that's not registered. So we'll be having both registered and unregistered babies. These guys do not need much. I just moved them onto this spot less than a week ago. Like I said, I like to move them every week and a half or so. So they got another couple of days on this spot. They haven't eaten it down terribly. There's still grass to pick on in here for them and stuff to eat on, so not too concerned with them right now. They're not screaming at me. I know they're making noise, but they're not acting like they're dying of hunger. So I know it's not really quite ready to move them out yet. So let's go check on our does. We'll grab a bucket of water on the way up. We're gonna give them water. We gotta fix that anchor in the house for them too, so that wind doesn't catch it. So let's run up there real quick and take a look at them. I hope they don't start screaming. These guys are loud up here. They like to sit there and scream at me. Let's grab this bucket of water for them. I have a feeling that they probably stood up on this thing and pushed it over because it's cracked and the thing does not float. What are you doing, fool? Yeah, this is pulled all the way through here. Yeah. Now that's nothing pretty. That's just kind of just a piece of wire wrapped around the handle of the bucket just to keep it from spinning off or keep the house pretty much stationed on here onto the ground. But I was talking about having the buck come up here and breed 2 of them. This is the unregistered one that's going to breed. She's pretty thick. She's a little bit on the fat side. And that's the other one that's registered. She's really skittish. So I'm not gonna be able to go over there and pet her. This is the other registered one that's we're not breeding. I don't think she's ready to breed quite yet. She just had babies. She had babies earlier this spring, so I'm not really ready to breed her quite yet. I know she probably is, but gonna give her a little bit of a break. She's a little skinny on her backside. You can see, like, especially right now when she stands like that, it's like all of her weight just kind of sags down, so she looks really drawn down. She looks kind of, I mean, she's in good health. But ain't that right, baby? Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating whether to give these guys hay right now. I'm not gonna move them quite yet. They haven't eaten the grass down. It's not like it's like there's clearly grass here, but it's just we're getting to the time of year where it's starting to get We're starting to get frost on the ground quite a bit now, and all the grasses is slowly dying off. So they're ready to go into the barn over there, which is where I keep them in the winter. I might move them one more time come Monday or Tuesday next week. And then after that, we'll probably just move them into the barn. I think once I get them in the barn, then that's when I bring up Yeti, our buck, and breed them. Still using them as lawnmowers right now, that's the plan. That's gonna probably do it for this video. Sure, the cows are getting moved still. Kind of give a plan, an update with some plans here. So we'll catch you all the next one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out on my end. So